All right, guys, I thought we would have a great conversation today, and I'm so curious what your thoughts are in the comments below. We're talking about CGC. We're talking about slabbing your comic books. What do you believe in? Are you a raw guy? Are you a slab guy? Do you believe that CGC is a scam? Like, I cannot wait to hear the conversation in the comments below about this one. Guys, I'm Mike Spider Slayer. Welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. If you guys have followed my channel for quite a while, I really did not buy my first slab or started getting into slabs, I think until last year, 2022. I am giving you my personal preference when it comes to CGC grading and slabbing books. If you do whatever it is that you do, I'm going to respect your opinion because that's what's so great about this hobby. You could be a variant collector. You could be just a raw book collector. You could buy the books just to read the stories. Anything that you want to do, dude, that's absolutely awesome. I'm letting you know that right now. As of late, I started collecting slabs, and I usually only get them from my comic shop or if I can find a decent deal on them. Am I that collector that goes out there to try to flip my book or to try to make sure it's going to be worth a ton of money in the future? No, that's not what I do. I'm like that little kid when they were like 15 or 10 years old or whatever it was. Like, if I bought a comic book, I buy it because it looks badass. I did that in the beginning when I was younger. I was like, oh man, this comic looks awesome, so I'm gonna buy it. So for instance, issue 299, this was a comic book that I wanted forever and ever, and I could never get it. And it wasn't until much later was I able to get this comic book. And I loved it because of the cover art. And so that's why I wanted it. And as of late, if you guys have followed my channel, I wound up acquiring this 9.6 issue 299. Who was to say that this book was going to be as big as it was back in the day? You had no idea. Now, when I saw this slabbed, I was like, man, I gotta get this book. But did I buy it for an investment to sell it in the future? No, absolutely not. That's not me. That's not who I am. I just thought that this comic book was absolutely awesome. This is something from my childhood. This is something that I probably will never sell unless I have to. And it's great. It's got great cover art. It's got a Todd McFarlane signature. It's from Signature Series. It's a 9.6. It's a great book. Another instance. 9.2 X-Force, issue 1. This book ain't worth diddly squat, but it's an awesome looking book. It's classic. It's nostalgic. And if I was to hang this up, this would look awesome. Or if I can pull it out of that box and I look at it, I'm like, man, that's a great looking cover. I buy it because it's awesome, not because that it's going to be worth a ton of money in the future. Now, again, if I was to ever sell the collection, at least the people that collect comics know what they're getting, and that's the positive of it. And that's just the way it is for me. I am a reader first. I buy my comics, I read them, and then they go in that box, and then later on I will sell them. And I don't sell them to make a profit. I sell them so someone else can enjoy them. And if they want to sell them to make a profit, that's absolutely fine. But when it comes to comic books, getting them graded, I'm still yet to send out books. I always say, oh yeah, I'm gonna send them out, and I just never do. I hesitate because I'm afraid of letting those books go and having them in someone else's hands and then they come back. Like, and I hate waiting for that. So it's like almost easier for me to just buy what I like that I think looks cool, if that makes any sense to you guys. And also, when it comes to CGC, I think you spend a lot of money to get that stuff graded. Don't you have to get these books insured, and you have to pay for like shipping and all that other stuff? I know for modern books, a lot of them, they cost like around $30 to get it graded. My shop has great deals on slabs, so I feel like I'm not really paying all that much extra for the slab, and I'm supporting my shop. So if I can get my slabs through them, hey, that's okay. And then the other thing that I have to ask you guys a question of when it comes to books being slabbed. You know, we have this one thing that CGC, I guess, you know, puts that purple label on and says, you know, restoration, where you add a color touch or you add staples. I have a question for you guys out here, and I need you to answer this. Do you not think that cleaning and pressing is some type of restoration for the comic? So like if I took this Amazing Spider-Man issue 20 because it's hot garbage and I crumbled it up, and then all of a sudden we found out that we have this, there was a key moment that happened in here where, you know, Spider-Man dumps Mary Jane and he marries Felicia. Like, oh crap. Well, now I gotta unwrinkle that and I'm gonna get it cleaned and I'm gonna get it pressed so I can get a higher grade. Isn't that some type of restoration? In my eyes, I feel that it is. And I feel like in a way it's almost like a scam, because it's like it's a way for CGC to get money if you get your books pressed through them. Again, if that's what you do, if you press books and stuff, I'm not trying to insult you. I'm just kind of letting you know like my thought process behind everything, because in a way it's not the original form of the comic book. When you send this book to, you know, CGC and you send it out there, wouldn't you send it out to the way that it was? But you're getting it cleaned and you're getting it pressed. You're getting those wrinkles out and you're cleaning all the defects that are out of it. To me, it's a restoration. Again, that is just me. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Leave me in the comments below on what you think. But when it comes to getting stuff graded, at least for me anyway, I think if it looks cool, if it represents a badass character that I like, right, I'm gonna pick it up, and I'm just not gonna slab anything to slab it. And I feel like in the past couple years since we had this comic boom, CGC got flooded with comic books. They couldn't even keep up. I hear that people are getting their books back within a year. That's improved now within a couple of weeks, but people are just slabbing everything. And what makes a book worth money? Don't forget, guys, it's not the plastic that surrounds this comic. It's what happens inside the comic that makes it so good. That's what gives it its value. Like, again, this Amazing Spider-Man issue, right? First appearance of Venom, Todd McFarlane artwork. Nowadays, we get slab books just to get them slabbed. And we speculate on books and we slab them anyway. And it just doesn't make it special. So you also have to be careful what you want to send out. So yeah, there's my little thought process about slabbing comic books and what I think, you know, they are. I think it's cool. I think it's an awesome thing. It just adds another element to the hobby. And whatever you do, that's absolutely fine. You're entitled to do whatever it is that you do. Again, that's what makes the hobby so much fun for other people. So there's so much different ways of collecting. And whenever I see a cool one, I'll pick one up. I'm just not gonna go out of my way to send them out, I don't think, to get them graded. Again, my personal thoughts, I wanna hear those in the comments below. Guys, if you love what you see, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell. I'm going to leave you more content right here. In fact, this is my Worthy One videos, where I talk about all the new #1 issues that came out for the week. And guys, as always, keep buying, keep collecting, but always remember why you liked comic books to begin with. It's because of those stories. So remember, always read your comics. Guys, thank you so much. I'll see you real soon.